features editor at Excitech and AutoX Magazine. In the next session for the day, we'll be discussing the 5G handset ecosystem in India. Joining us for this session is our esteemed guest and speaker, Mr. Madhav Sheth. Madhav is the current Vice President of Realme Global and Chief Executive Officer of Realme India and Europe. He spearheads the company's strategy development, product engineering, business development, market operations, and brand building initiatives alongside others. His sheer dedication made the brand emerge as the fastest smartphone brand to reach 50 million product sales. Realme is the number 2 smartphone brand in the online segment and was the top smartphone brand on Flipkart in India in the third quarter of 2020. Realme ranks top on TechArc's smartphone brand quality index and also the number 1 in the recommendation. Thank you for joining us today, Madhav. I now request you to please give us a brief intro about yourself and also tell us how do you envision the 5G ecosystem panning out in India.
Thank you very much for the wonderful introduction. Thanks a lot, Shivan. And I think you have introduced me quite well. So just to give you the gist of what Realme and how Realme is all about on the 5G part. I'm not sure. Am I audible? I'll keep this as simple as
Yeah.
So what I think about the 5G era is going to be one of the most beautiful era which we have ever imagined about. Nobody imagined from 3G to 4G. Nobody imagined how the life is going to be transformed. The things are going to be completely different because when I still remember when there was a transition going on from 3G to 4G, people always used to have a questions. Why do we need 4G? What is the advantage of being a 4G? But today we cannot live without a 4G network. We cannot live without Uber, Swiggy or any of the Zomatos. Or there are a lot of other technological advancements. These are just a few of the examples. So I think the technology what 5G is going to bring is going to be unimaginable. It's going to change the entire perception and the way we live today's life. That's what I can definitely say. At the same point of time, Realme is ensuring, being the hardware manufacturer or hardware supplier, will be ensuring that basically we are 5G ready. We want to ensure one thing, that India has all the 5G hardware in terms of mobile, and we are able to bring them at most affordable prices to India. So the people, the millennial, which is the biggest population in India, are able to enjoy this particular technology at a much affordable prices. So that's how Realme thinks about 5G. But there are multiple other benefits about 5G just apart from the hardware.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to pose a few more questions if you don't mind.
I would love to do it.
So what do you think of the feasibility of 2021 timeline for 5G rollout in the country?
I think I'm pretty optimistic about the government's digitalization initiatives because I think government has made a lot of initiatives apart from Make in India initiatives, the PLI schemes and about the digitalizations and how the way they are promoting the digital money and the way the things are going India towards the digital direction. So I'm pretty sure that basically 5G will be one of the top priority in the mind of the government. As per the latest report which I heard from on 8th of February, they have already started doing the test beds for 5G rollouts. So I think by parallelly, I think a lot of people have started investing in the infrastructures. Also, I think at the same point of time, hardware manufacturers like us have already started bringing up most affordable hardware into India to ensure that basically the 5G is not a distant dream for Indians.
And India is expected to launch 5G wireless services soon. So what are the key areas being explored by Realme to meet the needs specific to India?
I'll answer this question in two different ways. See, Realme takes 5G in two different arenas. One is about the chipset. All the latest development of the chipset, it may be GPU, it may be CPU, it may be gyro speed, or it may be about the functionality of any chipset. The latest development on any of the chipsets has been happening on the 5G chipsets and not on the 4G chipsets. So if you have to get a 5G phone, so 5G is not just about the services, it's also about the performance, what you get along with it. So I'll give you a very small example. We launched a recent device which is Narzo 30 Pro. It's super in terms of battery optimization because we were the first one to bring Dimensity 800 at a particular price point for Narzo 30 Pro. It is a battery optimization is very good for gaming. So 5G as a service is just like an icing on a cake. But at the same point of time, all the latest development on the chipsets, it's all happening on the 5G chipsets itself and not on the 4G too much. And I believe that that will lead that basically people will move to 5G and people would be adapting 5G because they also want to be future ready. In India, because the replenishment cycle of any of the devices is not less than 2 or 3 years. So people would love to see a phone with on their hands which is future ready, because I believe the networks by far and large would be ready by next year. If the auctions are happening within 6 months as per the 8th of Feb reports, by next year I think the infra and everything should be ready. And if it is ready, people would not love to go for a low-end device which are not future ready. And hence I believe to be 5G ready, I think being the millennial population, they would always love to go for a future ready device.
And where do India's wireless or 5G technology and infrastructure stand today?
To be very honest, I think, as I said in my previous answer, it has been parallelly developed. It may be optical fiber or it may be hardware, I think hardware supports. All things are parallelly being developed along with the initiatives of the 5G rollout. So at the same point of time, we being the hardware manufacturers, we have already started bringing in the devices of the 5G. So I think it's not about after the services rollout, the 5G development will start. The development has started already it's already in works. A lot of things have started happening parallelly together. So when the 5G rollout, when the services are finally rolled out, people will definitely see a lot of benefits coming down from first day itself.
And how can we make the most of Manufacturing in India vision and Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative in pertinence to manufacturing 5G handsets in India?
As I said before, this Atmanirbhar Bharat or Make in India initiative is one of the most, I would say, cult initiative by the government of India. And the best part about it, which I personally believe, is that basically it's not just about the smartphone manufacturing. The government is promoting, I think, all manufacturers and the ecosystem, entire ecosystem for the smartphone and the hardware manufacturer to come into it. So it's not just about smartphones, it comes with the components. So government is trying to bring all the component manufacturing also to India. And that is what I will think that basically will help to the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. What I truly believe that this Atmanirbhar Bharat will only be achieved once we have all this complete component ecosystem also built in India. But I think we are on the right direction and the right trajectory of that particular growth. And to be very honest, I was very thrilled to hear that basically there are a lot of government initiatives coming down in other peripheral activities also. Like PLI schemes may be also be coming down for laptops and audios and wearable categories, which may soon start manufacturing in India also, which was currently 100% imported as of now.
So what are the key factors driving the global 5G enabled smartphone market?
There are three factors, to be very honest, let me put it that way. First is the consumers. The consumers or the millennial population who always wants to have the latest technology on their hands. That is one of the key factors, I would say, which is driving the growth of 5G across. Second is the operators. Operators are also pushing hard to get the 5G networks rolling out, because as I said, it's not just about few of the small benefits what we see, but there are huge benefits behind it. You can see about autonomous cars, you can see in medical fields, you can see 5G will help us in a lot of different ways. So I think the services and the operators are also working really hard to bring the services also roll out. So there's a second factor. Third factors are the hardware manufacturers like us, who will bring the hardware and be hardware compliant or hardware ready. And we are pushing to bring most affordable 5G devices in India. We're also trying to bring 5G affordable prices at a price point that people can definitely think of buying 5G and experience 5G even before the 5G services are rolled out. So I think these are the type of the three different factors. One is from the consumers, one is from the, I would say, operators, third is from the hardware manufacturers, and definitely, and then last but not the least, government initiatives to make the country digitalization will help to push these factors much earlier and much faster.
So beyond smartphones or smart TVs, what is the future of smart devices?
Smart devices is huge, right? I am thrilled to hear about the smart devices because I'm always surrounded by technological products. So what you see, the devices are not just I would say just a gist of what you've been seeing right now. there's a whole lot of future of smart devices and the smart sensors coming in the near future to us. I would say I was reading one of the surveys, as I said before. In US itself, by 2022, 60% of the homes will go to the smart, which means that your smartphone will become a hub of all the connected ecosystem devices in your home, which may be smart device as well as smart sensors. Now, what does this mean to you? Let me give us a very small example. I'm moving out from my office, going to the home. Uh, Automatically, the car detects and sends the signals back to home because of the sensors and the smart signals, which means that basically when I reach home, the music and the lights and the systems and everything are adjusted according to my mood. My temperature outside is about, say for example, is about 110 degrees Fahrenheit, but I would love to shower in about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Depends on what is my mood about, and they sense it and they adjust the temperature accordingly. When I touch the shower panel, it sends the signals to my pharmacies that basically what are the deficiency which I am having it. When I open up the fridge, when I touch my fridge panel, they say that which are the calories you will intake if you consume this particular type of things. These are the smart devices which I envision in the near future, which will help us, like smart sensors and smart, I would say, smart ecosystem products around us. I think that will change our life completely, and it's a huge industry. As I said, in 2022, 60% of the US will turn to smart homes, and it's $132 billion industry itself in US. So if you see, India is also one of the market where people would love to experience this type of the products. Being the biggest millennial population, I think India will adapt this ecosystem much faster.
So at the same time, there exists concerns about the vulnerability of the 5G network. So what kind of cybersecurity layers would be required to protect 5G devices from threats?
It's too early to decide on that, but yes, there's always a threats along with the new infras which come in place. But I'm pretty sure about our ecosystems and the policies around, and we'll definitely work along with the operators to ensure there is no threats for the users while they're experiencing the 5G devices. But we all have to understand and we all have to agree to one particular point that with the new technology, when 4G also came in, there's always a threat of these bugs or whatever you can say about it. But we should be pretty sure about the infras also, that we hardware manufacturers along with operators and with the government initiatives, all these things can be curved out easily.
So last question, how do you see the sector progressing and what are your predictions for the future?
I think sector 5G will be seen much sooner than what we can expect. And this sector is progressing super fast because what I believe is there are about, in India itself, there are more than maybe 1.15 billion smartphone or telephone users. Smartphone users penetration are also very high in India. Feature phone to smartphone penetration also will be increasing over a period of time. So I think there will be huge transition from 2G smart feature phone to the 4G smartphones, 4G smartphones to the 5G upgradation of smartphones. So I'm pretty sure as a hardware manufacturer, we are ready with the infra what India millionaires would be requiring. We are pretty sure we are ready with it. We are ready to bring at the right pricing. We are ready to bring and massify the particular technology. We are ready in a way that basically people cannot or people should not compromise on specs but still can enjoy the 5G hardware at an affordable prices. So I think yes, not only me but I think the entire industry is moving on that direction.
So that was it from our side, and
Thank you
thanks a
very
lot for sharing your insights. Now I open the floor for any questions. If you guys think you want to ask something we may not have covered, so you're free to ask questions straight away to Madhav.
I think Shivang, you've asked everything almost.
Anyway, we'll just give them 2
yeah, I'm
minutes.
always open.
Yeah. Any questions, anyone? Okay, please.
हेलो सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि Realme IoT थिंग्स।
आपका आवाज नहीं आ रहा है सर।
हेलो,
हाँ अभी आ रहा है।
हाँ सर, मैं ये जानना चाहता था कि Realme IoT थिंग्स में कैसे अपने आप को एक्सपेंड करेगी।
वेरी गुड क्वेश्चन। मैं आपको हिंदी में भी जवाब देता हूँ आपको। रियलमी एक सिर्फ स्मार्टफोन ब्रांड नहीं है, रियलमी एक कंप्लीट टेक लाइफस्टाइल ब्रांड है। जैसे मैंने अभी आपको बताया कि काफ़ी घर स्मार्ट हो जाएंगे इंडिया में भी 2022 से लेकर 2024 के बीच में काफ़ी घर स्मार्ट हो गए. सो रियलमी एक सिर्फ स्मार्टफोन ब्रांड नहीं रहेगा. रियलमी ने कंप्लीट अपना इकोसिस्टम क्रिएट करने वाले, विच इज़ ऑडियोज़ में हम लोग ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं, वेरिएबल्स में हम लोग ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं, स्मार्ट टीवीज़ में हम लोग ऑलरेडी आ चुके हैं. तो स्मार्ट होम में हमने अपना पहला कदम ऑलरेडी रख चुके हैं, जिसमें स्मार्ट टीवीज़ एक सेगमेंट है. सो वील बी कंटिन्यूसली ब्रिंगिंग मैनी मोर प्रोडक्ट्स. और हमारा एक ही है कि हमारा एक रियलमी लिंक ऐप है, जहाँ से ये सारे इकोसिस्टम्स को कनेक्ट करके हम लोग उनको कंट्रोल कर सके विद अ क्लिक ऑफ अ बटन. एंड दैट इज़ व्हाट रियलमी इज़ प्लानिंग टू डू. तो हमने रियलमी ने स्मार्ट स्केल अभी आज हम लॉन्च करने, आज मेरा लॉन्च इवेंट है शाम को, बाय द वे. आज हम शाम को स्मार्ट स्केल्स भी लॉन्च करने वाले हैं, स्मार्ट बल्ब्स है, हमने सेंसर वाले बल्ब्स भी, लाइट्स भी लॉन्च की है. ऐसे मल्टीपल हम लोग इकोसिस्टम प्रोडक्ट्स अभी आगे भी काफ़ी लॉन्च करेंगे टू एंश्योर कि हम लोग आपको कैसे एक स्मार्ट लाइफ दे सकें, और जो सारा का सारा स्मार्ट लाइफ एक ऐप से कनेक्टेड हो, और जो स्मार्टफोन आपके लिए वो हब बन जाए, ये सारे डिवाइस को कनेक्ट करके एक ही कंट्रोल से आप सबको कनेक्ट कर सकें. सो रियलमी इज़ नॉट जस्ट अ स्मार्टफोन ब्रांड, इज़ अ कंप्लीट इको टेक लाइफस्टाइल इकोसिस्टम ब्रांड. आई होप आई हैव आंसर्ड अकॉर्डिंगली, राइट? थैंक यू.
Any more questions, or shall we call it a wrap?
So awkward to look at your own face.
Okay, cool. I think we should just
It's fine.
wrap it up.
I'm just joking because no one was speaking about it. It's fine.
Cool. I think we can wrap it up. No problem.
He wants to ask something.
Oh, sure. Sorry.
Sir, I want to one question for with Realme is going to do something with virtual reality.
Realme is working on a lot of things, right? So virtual reality is also one part of R&D, is what our team is constantly working on it. AI ML is a constant thing where virtual reality will become as a part of more of the gaming side, sort of a thing as of now, where gamers would be the first one to experience this virtual gaming part of life. But at the same point of time, the second virtual part would be used more in the medicine side, where people would love to experience or educate themselves in the education field through the virtual experience. So these are the type of the applications where this will be used. Realme will definitely, as a hardware provider, will ensure that basically we try to accommodate them with all whatever their network needs are, or whatever their infra needs are. We'll definitely try to accommodate them as a hardware provider.
Thank you, sir.
Sure. Yeah. Anyone else?
That's it, I think.
Thank you so much. Sir, may I request Mr. Bhatt to facilitate the speaker of the session?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much, guys. Thanks.
Mr. Bhatt. लेकर Now may I request Priyanka ma'am from Exhibition India to facilitate the moderator of the session. Thank you so much. Photo of ma'am.